Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 3 de Runaway, uma aventura na estrada. Ontem, Brian descobriu que o tal crucifixo tem a ver com a antiga tribo indígena Hopi. Mas os bandidos o encontraram, mataram Clive, o diretor do museu, e o graçola da limpeza, e levaram prisioneiros ele e a Dina. O Brian conseguiu escapar por baixo da casa em que estava aprisionado e agora, com a ajuda de 3 drag queens perdidas no deserto, ele tenta um plano para resgatar Gina e escapar da situação. O helicóptero ele já conseguiu e um dos matadores já está fora de combate. Esse tá drogado, não consegue mais reação.
Yeah,
I
peanut
can
butter.
hardly move.
Manteiga de cacau.
All right, maybe it will be useful at some point. I'd better carry it with the lid on.
Yeah, keep that jaw away from me. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? This mere little glass jar? And here I thought you were a tough guy.
It's not the jaw that's dangerous. It's the wild ants in this area.
Ants?
Yeah, they go berserk over peanut butter.
Listen, you're worse off than I thought.
Think whatever you like, moron. See that wood left over behind there? It was a nice old rocking chair. A few days ago, I left a jar of peanut butter open on it. And when I came back a few hours later, the rocking chair was just as you see it now, with a million ants all over it.
Yeah, whatever you say.
As formigas devoram tudo que é madeira.
I don't get it.
It reminds me of one my
happening to
dad
me?
used to have in the backyard. As a kid, I'd entertain myself by banging on it with a baseball bat. The truth is, I was a bit wild in those years. I'm afraid I wouldn't get very far on it.
E se eu bater nela? Como
I
antigamente.
don't get it.
Yeah,
What's
it'd be nice for
happening
me to
to
relive
me?
old times and unleash some of that pent-up rage I hold within.
You better head straight for the cabin
It's very
before
therapeutic,
Gustav
I
and
assure you.
Theodore realize you ran away, weakling.
It's one of the footrests from the motorcycle. It fell off when I hit it with the crowbar. I may be needing this.
Ah, essa que vai abrir a porta do ônibus. Não é a maçaneta. É essa coisa aqui que tinha nos ônibus antigos para abrir a porta. Uma manivela.
You're lower than pond scum. If I find out you
Tá
had
aqui o
something to do
helicóptero.
with the
Agora
way
só
I'm
falta
feeling,
o resto do
put it
plano
in
inteiro.
cover.
E alguém para pilotar o helicóptero também. Lá dentro a gente já pegou tudo. Tem alguma coisa aqui fora.
Just a bunch of old tires. I don't want them.
Os pneus eu não quero.
It's quite an antique, but seems to be standing the test of time. It's quite an antique, but seems to be standing the test of time. I'd love to rock myself to sleep, but now's no time for a nap. It's made of metal, and someone's beat the heck out of it.
Também não quer o balde?
All right, I might use it for something.
O balde ele quer.
It's closed. No, it would be highly unadvisable for me to approach the door.
Vamos ver se aquilo abre a porta mesmo. Fecha a porta.
Yeah, I think they'll fit together somehow. Perfect. Now the lever's as good as new.
Era isso.
It works! The door closed. It's a pocket of leather stuck to the door. I guess it's meant to hold the bus keys or something like that. Let's see what's inside. A key. I bet I know what it's for.
Será a chave da geladeira?
Let's see if I'm lucky. And this key is the one to the fridge. Well, let's see what we've got here. I'll grab the butter. Looks like Carla didn't even notice, but I locked the door again just in case. It's almost empty. There's just a little bit of peanut butter stuck to the jar. Nevertheless, it still gives off the unmistakable aroma of roasted peanuts.
É para eu pôr a manteiga na manteiga de cacau?
And fill the jar with normal butter? No, anyone could tell it's not genuine peanut butter.
Então não entendi por que isso. Tem mais 2 lugares que ele ainda não foi, né? Cabana, o hangar, um ponto de interrogação aqui. Lugar desconhecido, outro ponto de interrogação aqui. Lugar desconhecido também.
Wow! Looks like the railroad tracks come all the way up to here. Although, judging by the look of that train car, the tracks must be from the 1800s. There are probably some explosives left in there.
Tá, só abrir aí.
Man, it is really stuck. That won't do any good. The door is so jammed there's no space to stick the crowbar into.
Não tem mais nada para abrir a porta ali. A manteiga de cacau para as formigas destruírem.
I don't get it.
Mas o cara falou que as formigas destroem tudo.
Pretty rickety. I don't think it would hold the weight of a person. No, it'd come crashing down. It's an old freight car. It's a...
Vagão.
Let's see what's inside. Yuck! Ugh! It doesn't smell very good in here. Just a bunch of useless thingamajigs. I don't see anything that interests me. XXX. No doubt about it, it's a barrel of gunpowder. It's too heavy. I'd be happy just to get a handful of that gunpowder out, but the barrel's closed up tight.
O barril está fechado e eu quero um pouco de pólvora.
The barrel is boxed in between all that junk in the back. The crowbar won't really get it out. One is closed and the others are empty. I don't know. They must have tar or something like that inside. I don't need those barrels.
Yes, arrebenta.
This barrel here is the only one that's closed. Let's see if I can get it open. I wonder what's inside. Peanuts! I wonder how long they've been in the barrel.
Agora dá para fazer manteiga de amendoim?
Should I attempt to make peanut butter all by myself? I could try, but I'd need a pot or something to melt the butter in with the peanuts. Bucket seems like a good place to make peanut butter. The bottom's all rusty. Why would I want to fill the jar with peanuts?
Por enquanto não.
The face is broken, and the hour hand is missing. It's very old. I don't think it can be fixed. Being that busted, I better not touch it. It's rather long and has a hook at the end. I have no clue what purpose it'd serve. Besides, it'd be too hard to rip it off the wall of the train car.
A corrente não serve.
It's chock full of screws. I think it's one of the ones they used to build the train tracks. No, I'm not going to take the whole bucket full, but I will take one screw. It's long, so it might be good for something.
E se eu fizer a maçaneta com esse parafuso aqui, o saca-rolho?
Yeah. I think the top of the screw might fit right into the opening on the peg. Presto! They fit together so well that I'll never be able to pull them apart again.
Agora eu posso abrir o barril de pólvora ou aquela porta do depósito de explosivos lá fora.
Sure, I can use this to drill a hole in the barrel, no problem, but I need something to pour the gunpowder into when it starts spurting out.
Não, é aqui no barril mesmo. Mas tem que pôr alguma coisa para apoiar, receber.
Aha! I'll place the bucket at the bottom of the barrel so the gunpowder falls in when I screw the hole into the barrel.
Ele já disse o que é para fazer, por que não fez?
I've got it! I'll drill a hole in the barrel so the gunpowder falls out into the bucket. Sweet! Now the bucket's full of gunpowder. Cool. There's enough gunpowder here to last quite a while.
Deixa eu tentar essa maçaneta saca-rolho.
I don't think that'll work.
Não. Tem mais um lugar desconhecido para cá.
An
Nesse,
airplane graveyard.
nesse
And as far
avião.
as I can tell, most of them are military aircraft. From around the time of World War II, I'd say. Air combat was pretty rudimentary in those days. While the pilot took charge of the airplane controls, the gunman worked his butt off with a machine gun, shooting at enemy planes. No need to get in there. Since the plane is lying on its belly, they probably used the machine gun from the ground. It's a little rusty, but I bet it might still work if I grease it up.
Metralhadora precisa de graxa. Que graxinha, muito sem graxa. Muito sem graxa.
It's all blocked up by the rust and years of disuse. I'd have to grease it up really well in order to use it.
Então vamos engraxá-la com manteiga.
No, that won't lube the machine gun.
Não serve.
It's an old helmet from World War II. Infantry, not a pilot. It's a bit old, but it might save me from any other punches.
Será que esse serve para fazer a manteiga?
Yeah! I can use the helmet as a pot to melt the butter.
Serve para derreter a manteiga e o cacau.
Okay, I'll put the peanuts in. Great, now all I have to do is heat it up so everything melts together nice and smooth. And ta-da! I'll have whipped up a lovely batch of peanut butter. That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me. Everything's ready to formulate the peanut butter. I just have to heat up the mixture and stir well.
Esquentar.
I don't know.
Não.
I bet all those bullet holes on the plane came from a Japanese fighter when it was shot down. Wow, an oil well. It seems pretty old. I bet it's been running for years.
Charco de petróleo.
Undoubtedly petroleum.
E
No, my car doesn't need an oil change for another 5,000 miles.
vai pôr fogo aí, esquentar a manteiga?
That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me.
Não. O balde com pólvora não tem sentido.
That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me.
Os óculos.
Yeah, I like the idea of tinting the lenses so it looks darker through them. Let's try. Done.
Por que os óculos escuros ele quer deixar mais escuros?
Everything's gonna look darker with these on. I wonder how long it's been pumping away. What for? It's bringing up black gold. Besides, it might tip the thugs off as to my whereabouts. It's large, and the shadow it casts provides a little shade from the sun. Sure. And afterward, I can roll it straight toward the cabin where those thugs are. What could that little pebble weigh anyway? 4 or 5 tons? I really think it's a waste of time.
Deve dar os óculos para alguém não te ver fazendo algo. Só se for aquela diva tomando sol, que ela tira os óculos e daí você troca. E ela só vai te dar o bronzeador se ela achar que tá bem bronzeada já. Deve ser isso, olha lá, os óculos estão soltos.
Good idea. That way Mariola will think she has a darker tan. Careful, she better not notice.
Boa,
Perfect. Didn't see a thing.
agora eu vou pedir o bronzeador dela.
Mariola, do you mind if I borrow your tanning oil?
Oh, all right, take it. I think I already have a luscious tan. Tell me, honey, don't you find me irresistible?
Oh yeah, you're one hot babe with that tan. Thanks for the suntan oil. I don't plan on lying out in the sun, but I might need it for something else.
Será que é esse que engraxa a metralhadora? É, tem o cinto da metralhadora aqui também que eu não vi.
Wow, it's a string of bullets for the machine gun. It's in good shape, and I could actually use it if I find some bullets to fill it up.
É, só falta achar as balas para encher a cinta da metralhadora. Só com a pólvora não vai
I
adiantar.
don't get it.
Com o pino?
I don't get it.
Não.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me.
Com o batom?
The lipstick fits right into the slots on this string of bullets. Too bad it's not a bullet.
O batom não é uma bala, mas se eu colocar pólvora nele.
I like that idea. Turning harmless lipstick into a high-caliber bullet. Yeah.
É
Here we
óbvio.
go. I'll dab a little gunpowder on the base.
Mas não
Ready.
faça isso em
No
casa.
need to put any more gunpowder on it. Let's see how well it fits. Perfect! Now let's see if I can make some more bullets to finish filling up the belt.
Tem que pegar mais batom das divas lá, então. E o bronzeador serve para engraxar.
It's not the best kind of oil to grease it up with, but it should work.
Servirá.
All right, I think it'll work now. Let's see how that works. Perfect. The cabin is within shooting range.
Batons.
Yes, I'm taking them all. With all these, I can make a bunch of bullets. All right, with all this lipstick, I can make 100 pursefuls of bullets. Ready. There was just enough gunpowder to fill up all the lipstick holders. All right, I'll fill up the bullet belt. They just slide in. Huh, what a coincidence. There's exactly the same number of bullets as empty slots.
Até parece um jogo, né? Que dá certinho a quantidade. Cinto de balas na metralhadora.
Well, here we go. A-okay. Now the machine gun is ready for firing whenever I might need it. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. We'll use the machine gun to keep them pinned inside the house.
Com a metralhadora ele vai manter os matadores dentro da casa, pensando que estão sendo atacados. O meio de fuga ele já tem, que é o helicóptero. Tem que achar alguém que pilote. Falta a distração para eles saírem da casa no começo, para ele resgatar a Gina. Que deve ter a ver com o poço de petróleo, explosivo. Mas onde que eu vou esquentar? No poço de petróleo não tem nada para esquentar. Lá no trem abandonado, aquele fogão velho que tem lá, não dá ação. No ônibus também não tem nada. Lá no hangar do helicóptero também não. O sol da cabana de novo? Tentar. O não eu já tenho. Como diria aquela que jamais disse isso.
Good thinking. With the sun beating down on the freezer lid, it must be hot enough to fry an egg. Perfect for making that tasty peanut butter.
Boa das
Let's leave it on the
macacadas.
burner a bit longer so that it melts into a smooth cream. I can use the spatula from the jar of real peanut butter to stir the mixture. Well, it's not real peanut butter, but I think it'll pass. The color is certainly just like the real thing.
E agora, põe no jarro ou
I'd
não?
rather leave the fake peanut butter inside the helmet instead of mixing it with the real peanut butter left in the jar.
Então não. Então vamos voltar lá no ferro-carril.
Well, it seems like a harebrained scheme, but why not? Can't hurt to try. Let's see. Let's see if those ants show any sign of life. Jeez! Unbelievable! This isn't happening. Wild beasts! Absolutely amazing! They've munched up the shack into a pile of sawdust. Luckily, the things inside have remained intact. There's enough dynamite to blow this whole place up. I think this is all I need to have a real blast. I better walk carefully with this stuff on me. If I hadn't seen what those ants did, I wouldn't believe it. I don't like that idea.
Vamos lá então. Poço de petróleo.
fine plan. If I choose the right moment to blow up the well, I can draw the goons' attention. Let's put the dynamite in place. The detonator goes behind this rock, which is perfect for protecting me from the blast. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. We'll grab their attention by blowing up the oil well at just the right time. Everything is ready then. I'll go talk with the girls and put the plan in motion. Girls, listen to me. I've got something important to tell you. I have some good news and some bad news. Which do you want to hear first?
Oh, dear boy, start with the good news, please.
I've cooked up the perfect plan to set Gina free and get us all out of here. I'll need a bit of cooperation on your behalf, but it'll be easy, so don't worry.
So what about that bad news, darling?
Well, let's see. Do any of you know how to fly a helicopter?
A helicopter?
A helicopter?
Calm down, girls. It's no problem. Sergeant Hewitt reporting, sir. Reconnaissance pilot from the Bravo Division, sir. Windward Regiment, 2nd Battalion, Charlie, United States Marines, sir.
You're a Marine? Oh, that's awesome, Carla. I would have never guessed. Very well then, there's no time to waste. Go get your things and take them to the chopper. Then I'll explain the details of the plan and tell each of you what your mission is. Oh, and one more thing. Remember that we're flying out on a helicopter that doesn't hold all the stuff you've got in the bus. Please, just take what you need. Oh, good thing you brought just the essentials. And hey, you don't expect us to be taking the bodybuilder along too, do you?
He's really a nice boy, Brian. He just needs someone to set him on the right path.
Us girls will take care of that. The poor guy just needs a chance in life. We'll give him just what he deserves.
Okay, whatever you gals want. The important thing is this. Listen. First, we're going to cause an explosion in that oil well to distract the one-eyed guy and his sidekick. You're in charge of that, Mariola. Don't worry, it'll be simple. I've got it all planned out. You just have to activate the detonator and run to the helicopter, okay?
And how will I know when to push the button?
We'll use radio transmitters. You'll each be wearing one, and I'll give you instructions over the walkie-talkie. Lula, are there enough transmitters?
Yes, sweetie pie, no problem. There are more than enough.
Perfect, then. Lula, we'll be taking advantage of your excellent marksmanship, so use the machine gun I set up for you in the airplane graveyard. It's got a great clear shot to the cabin. If the plan goes off without a hitch, the oil well will blow up and those thugs will run out of the cabin to find out what happened, which is when I slip in and free Gina. All right, when the thugs go back inside, you'll start to shoot at the cabin to keep them from running after us, since they'll have realized that Gina's gone. Understood?
Understood! It's gonna be so much fun to slaughter those pigs, but when do I make a run for the helicopter?
Let's see, you'll still be too far from here, and you've got to give us cover while we retreat. Mariola, Gina, and I will be on board the helicopter. We'll take off and go pick you up at the plane cemetery.
Okay, but don't forget about me.
Calm down, nobody's staying on land. Carla, you'll start up the engines as soon as Mariola gets back from the oil well, okay? Yoo-hoo, Carla!
Huh? Oh yeah, sorry. I was just going over this flight manual.
Flight manual? Carla, are you sure you know how to fly this bird?
Why, of course. I was just reviewing certain concepts. I've got more in-flight hours than a bald eagle.
And just about the same hairdo, you old hag.
Your insides are just eaten up with jealousy.
Come on, girls, don't claw each other's eyes out. Carla, we have 100% faith in you. In our prayers, too.
This is so exciting, girls. I feel like I'm on Charlie's Angels.
Okay, enough talk. Everyone get in position. Good luck to everyone. And to myself.
As Panteras.
Okay, let's make sure everything's set up. Hey, Mariola, are you in position?
Oh, yes, of course. Ready.
Okay, wait for my signal. Lula, are you ready?
Ready when you are, and mad about going into combat.
Perfect. Just stay alert. Carla, all set?
In position, sir. Sergeant Hewitt, prepared for takeoff.
Very good. You pay attention too. A-okay. It's time. Let the party begin. Mariola, blow up that well.
What in the world was that? Oh man, they blew up the well. I don't like this one bit. We gotta call the Sandrettis. The kill's gone. Take cover! We're being ambushed! That's impossible, crazy broad.
Fast, Lula, climb on board.
Oh, careful with that plane, Carla.
Come on, Carla, get us out of here.
Oh!
Wait, what's the matter now?
I broke a fingernail activating that damn detonator.
Quebrou a unha, coitada.
What a getaway, huh? You can't deny it. It was amazing. The helicopter ride? Well, let's just say it was pretty intense. Carla hadn't piloted a plane for years, and I admit my palms were a bit sweaty. But the important thing is that she got us to the part of Arizona where the Hopi people live. We thought we'd find more information on the weird crucifix there. Fortunately, I got the crucifix back along with the rest of my stuff when I went into the cabin to save Gina. And luckily the girls had all their wardrobe with them so they could lend Gina and me some clothes. We knew it'd be great to put on clothing better adapted to the part of the desert we were headed for.
Encontros imediatos do quarto grau.
Be careful, you guys.
You gals, too. And thanks for everything.
I can't stand goodbye. I always cry like a baby.
I promise, we'll go see your show as soon as we have time.
You better stick to that promise if you don't want to piss off a Marine, cutie.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Goodbye, girls. I'll never forget you.
We won't forget you either. Bye.
Well, we're on our own.
You got a problem with that? Being alone with me doesn't make you uncomfortable, does it?
Of course not, silly.
Hey, don't get mad. I was just kidding.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Hurry up, let's find someone who knows about the Hopi Indians.
Maybe we'll get lucky and run across an actual Hopi.
I doubt it, but you never know. I saw a path behind here. Let's go. Wait, my bootlace came untied. I'll catch up with you.
I'm gonna take a look from up there.
Hey! Gina! 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 Answer me! Gina! No! No!
Na lembrança dele tinha coisas que ele nem viu. Ela cantando na boate. Essa é a versão mais legal da música dentro do jogo.
Feeling sorry is not the answer.
Hey! Who are you? I didn't hear you come up.
I am Wupuchim, last of the Hopi chiefs. The answer is to continue on your mission, not to feel sorry.
How do you know all this? I don't understand how you... Hey, wait a minute. Did you say Hopi?
I did, of course.
That's incredible. I'm here to find out the meaning of a crucifix of Hopi origin.
Show me the object.
This is it.
My young friend, this is not a crucifix. It is a sacred key.
A key? But it's not shaped like a key.
The way you are holding it in your hand. Press strongly on the upper part with your thumb.
Oh. Well, it sure looks like a key now. And what is it this sacred key opens?
It is the key to the sacred Hopi crypt.
The sacred crypt? Where is this crypt?
Right across from our village, on the highest peak, on the other side of the Great Canyon, where Estrada places his first ray at dawn.
Oh. And could you tell me how to get to the Hopi village?
The sacred key went to you, so your destiny is to reach the sacred crypt. What path to follow? The path of knowledge, no doubt.
Well, I think there's something I should tell you. You see, the truth is that this key is not mine. Hey! He disappeared! Now, how did he leave without me noticing? Just like when he came. Feeling sorry is not the answer. Huh. That's easy to say, but I feel I can't move one step now that Gina's... Well, he's right. The only thing I can do for Gina now is continue on the mission that brought us here. I owe it to her. Now I know the crucifix is actually the key to a crypt. If I manage to find the Hopi village, I'll be able to enter that sacred crypt. And I'll probably find an explanation for this whole mystery there. So, let's hop to it. Great. I have a good view of the whole area from here. Let's see. It looks like there's a small town over there. I'll go see if I can find someone who knows about the Hopi village. Wow. This place looks like something out of a John Ford movie. You've got your hotel, your sheriff's office, the typical saloon from the Old West. And there's even an old derailed steam-powered locomotive at the end of town. Wait! Stop! Don't shoot!
Who are you, and what are you doing in my town? And put up your hands so I can see them.
Hey, hold your horses. I've come in peace. Look, my name is Brian, and I'm a bit lost around here. Can you help me out?
Well, okay. I guess you're not lying. Come in and we can chat. So, you say you're lost, huh?
Well, maybe you can tell me how you got here then.
Well, the truth is, I'm not totally lost. I'm trying to find a Hopi village that used to be inhabited somewhere in this region. I came into this town hoping to find information on its exact location.
The Hopi village. Are you an archaeologist or something like that?
No, I know nothing about archaeology. I need to find it for another reason.
You don't look like an archaeologist, to tell you the truth. Though I suppose they don't all carry whips and wear hats.
Oh, give it a rest, please. Do you know where that Hopi village is or not?
This may sound strange, but the history of this town, Douglasville, is very closely related to the history of that Hopi village.
Really? In what way? Please explain.
Well, it's kind of a long story. Okay, well, here it goes. This village was founded by my great-grandfather, James Theodore Douglas. He was the owner of a gold mine nearby, and in the beginning, Douglasville was nothing more than a mining camp. But it grew bit by bit until turning into a flourishing town. Everyone was prosperous thanks to the huge profits of the mine, and my great-grandfather even got the railroad to run through Douglasville. However, something happened that tragically changed the town's fate. The mine and the mine shafts just kept growing and growing until one of them, the one with the largest vein of gold, bumped into something totally unexpected. The Hopi Village!
Really? So what happened?
The inevitable. The Indians weren't willing to let white men ravage their lands. And J.T. Douglas wasn't the kind of man who would give up a fortune just because some Indians got in his way, so there was a bloodbath. It looked pretty bad for the Indians. They didn't have much to fight with, and a lot of them died. But then, something amazing changed everything. The Hopi tribe's medicine man came into Douglasville one morning at dawn, stood in the middle of town, and cast a terrible spell on it, the mine, and all the white men that might try to take over Hopi lands. They killed him on the spot, but not before the curse took effect.
What do you mean by that? What happened?
The mine inexplicably ran out of gold overnight, and not one more nugget of gold was ever taken out. The people in town started to catch a strange disease that the doctor couldn't cure. Whole families were driven out of Douglasville in fear, trying to get away from the curse. The final straw was when the train derailed. It went out of control through the town, destroying everything in its path. Its last obstacle was the Douglasville Bank, which it plowed into like a wild buffalo. As you might suspect, J.T. Douglas owned the bank, too. That's where he was sitting in his fancy red French armchair brought in straight from Paris when 50 tons of iron flattened him. Once my great-grandfather had died, the few people left in town were hot on their heels to get out of Douglasville, making it a ghost town.
That's a fascinating story. And you say you're the great-granddaughter of this J.T. Douglas?
Yes, I am. By the way, my name is Sushi Douglas, and this town is really mine. The deed to it has been passed down from generation to generation until reaching me. And I was the first person to use it a year and a half ago. I came here to live with 2 friends, Kevin and Rutger, but up to then, it was completely abandoned.
The 3 of you live here alone? No way! Wow, Sushi. I can see you're really informed about the history of the region. So, I bet you can indicate the way to the remains of the Hopi village, right?
Well, actually I can't. The mine was sealed when all that stuff I told you about happened, and from the outside, I have absolutely no idea how to reach the Hopi village.
E então, crê que através da mina se pode chegar ao povoado Hopi?
So, do you think I could get to the Hopi village by going through the mine?
If you knew the directions to follow through the mine shafts, you surely could.
Conhece você o caminho através das galerias para chegar até o povoado Hopi? Ela já disse que não, né?
Do you know your way through the mine shafts to reach the Hopi village?
Me? Not a chance. I've never gone into that old mine.
Talvez você conserve algum mapa da mina?
I thought you might have an old map of the mine.
No, I don't have any maps of it. Let me think. I guess that if a map exists, it would be in the town bank. Probably inside the safe.
Caixa forte do banco para achar o mapa da mina. Você crê que a mina se esgotou pela maldição do feiticeiro Hopi?
Do you really think the mine ran dry because of the Hopi medicine man's curse?
Well, I neither believe it nor deny it. What I do know is that the mine ran out of gold, even though such a thing seemed totally impossible days before. Not something very normal, don't you think?
Poderia contar-me de novo toda a história de Douglasville e do povo Hopi? Não, né? Por que vieram Kevin e Rutger e você viver aqui?
Why did Kevin, Rutger, and you come live out here?
It was my idea. I felt the need for total isolation so I could devote myself to my greatest passion. They had similar concerns. So here we are.
So, what's your passion?
Computers and the whole world of technology surrounding them. I'm pretty good at it, you know?
Especialista em tecnologia.
I'm going to continue on my search. Thanks for all your help, Sushi. See you later.
See ya, and good luck.
escritório do xerife, primeiro. O banco tá lá no final da rua. Que foi onde bateu a locomotiva.
Let's see. Way at the end, I see a cell, and I can't believe my eyes. There's a dead body. Oh man, that guy must have been rotting away for 100 years. I wonder whether that poor devil died inside there, or if he'd already kicked the bucket before they stuck him in there. It's locked shut.
Tem que achar a chave, então.
There's still some old wanted signs up, offering a reward for capturing the bad guys. Well, I'm no bounty hunter, and even if I were, I'm afraid all of these guys have been 6 feet under for at least a century. An old frayed hat, a couple of pages from an old newspaper, and an oil lamp. Nothing of this will help me out. I'm not interested in that. There aren't any weapons left, just the chain that held them up. I can't. It's fixed to the cabinet. I don't think I'll need it anyway.
A chave não vai estar aqui, então? Parece que não. Loja de bebidas. Que o Brian acompanha bem numa bebida. É o escovinha da época.
Impossible. I'd have to remove the boards on the door.
A porta tá vedada por... E cadê meu pé de cabra? Ir ao banco.
Whoa! The bank sure is a mess. I see the locomotive really wrecked the place when it derailed and smashed into the bank. It's really old. Probably stopped working a long time ago. It'd make for a lovely decorative antique if someone cleaned it up. It's open now. The drawer is slid out, but there's not a single penny. This is really run down. All I see are old papers covered in dust. Then there's that metallic object down there. I really don't see anything useful, though that metallic object could come in handy. Not a clue what this is, but it seems to be in pretty good shape despite years of sitting on that shelf. Okay, I'll take it. Whoa, this looks like a stapler. Quite rudimentary it is. Definitely a model from the 19th century. I'd better take the staples that were lying next to the stapler. They look similar to the rivets used by cobblers. It's pretty old, but I bet it could be fixed. Don't tempt fate. The legs are worn out and might not hold up the weight.
Buraco.
A big piece of the floor is missing. A blunt object must have fallen down and made that hole. I don't see why I would want to go in there.
sei por que eu quero entrar aí. Porque esse é um jogo de aventura, cara. Olhar a mesa.
I bet this was J.T. Douglas's desk. BD. Bank of Douglasville, I suppose. Not an item of interest.
Nada interessante na mesa. Por que ele pegou o carimbo ali? Locomotiva.
I can't imagine the havoc that locomotive wreaked the day it derailed and annihilated everything in its path. Huh. Reminds me of a model I got for Christmas one year. Yep, it's almost exactly alike. There's the smokestack, and to the left is a spout where you fill the water tank, and further to the left is the whistle next to the engineer's cab. It whistles by letting steam out. It was hooked up to the engineer's cab using a sort of rope that he would pull on when he wanted to sound it. You'd have to do that from inside the cab. That's where you put water into the tank. No need to. It won't open or close. The water goes straight into the hole left around the valve in the inlet. I love those big smokestacks on old steam trains from the 1800s. It's all sooty. I can't see a thing.
Vai ter que usar alguma coisa nessas coisas aí. Parece que não é nada do que eu tenho aqui. Ah, entrar na cabine.
I could try to go in through the hole next to the broken part of the roof, but I'd almost rather go up to the side and enter through the window there. Okay, let's see what's in here. I don't know what the two smaller ones on the top and the bottom indicate, but the larger two in the middle, well, the upper one is a pressure gauge for the boiler, and the lower one indicates the level of water in the tank. I better not touch them, since they seem to be working properly. It has no firewood or other fuel inside. I think with one big leap I can reach the window.
Ir ao salão. Eu tava estranhando mesmo essa construção grande não ter entrada. E ainda tem os dois que a Sushi disse que foram para a cidade também.
Okay, let's make a real Clint Eastwood entrance. Hey, How cool! An automatic door opening system. And they say the Old West was wild and dangerous. Well, well, wow. This looks like a botanical garden.
Maior plantação de marihuana.
It's got dirt inside, but nothing has been planted in it. Okay. Maybe I'll find something to plant in it.
Já chega roubando as coisas. Bongozinho. Bob Marley. Bandeira da Jamaica, Rastafari.
Let's see what I find here. It's a sort of shed stocked with a wide range of gardening tools. Seeds, tools, chemicals, that kind of stuff. Oh, it's one of those miniature trees that have become so fashionable. I think they come from Japan. Nice little tree, but I've heard it takes lots of time and energy to care for them properly. Better leave it where it is. I wouldn't be able to give it the love it deserves right now. Needed by all big plant lovers. Now, I'm not saying I don't like plants, but I can't waste any time watering them right now. Hey! Hey, pal.
Hi, who are you?
My name's Brian. Brian Basco.
I'm Kevin, but everyone calls me Saturn. Nice to meet you, BB.
BB?
Those are your initials, right? I could just tell you go by BB right away. It was logical, what with your name.
Well, to tell you the truth, no one's ever caught.
So tell me, BB, you planning on moving to these parts? Have you spoken with Sushi about this? What kind of artist are you?
No, I don't plan on staying. I'm just passing through.
Oh, well, that's something unusual, isn't it? I mean, not many people come around here just for the heck of it.
Well, I'm trying to find the remains of a Hopi village.
The old Indian village? Yeah, I've heard of it.
Tem ideia de qual lugar exato em que estava situado?
Do you have any idea where exactly it might be located?
Actually, I don't, which is odd because I'm quite familiar with the area. I often go out exploring to find raw materials for my inventions, and I've never come across the slightest sign of that Hopi village.
Sabe de alguém que conheça bem a história desse povoado?
Do you know of anyone who could tell me the story of that village?
Let me think. I don't know. I think Sushi may have some documents from her great-grandfather. They might mention the Hopi village. Of course, Rutger hasn't got a clue, although you never know. And, Mama Dorita could know something.
Então essa história de Douglasville ser propriedade de Sushi é certa.
That story about Sushi owning Douglasville is true then, huh?
Oh yes, the whole town belonged to her great-grandfather. Then it was passed down from generation to generation until Sushi inherited it from her father. I met Sushi on the internet through a chat room. We got along really well and became friends quite fast. When she proposed the idea of moving away to this town to live at peace with our creative spirits, well, I didn't think twice.
Rutger ainda não conheço.
I haven't met Rutger yet.
Well, he's out of town. He told me he was going on an expedition in search of plants and roots. When you meet him, you'll see what a swell guy he is. He joined up with us to move out here so he could devote himself fully to his great passion, botanical gardening.
Que sabes de Mamãe Dorita?
What do you know about Mama Dorita?
Well, I've only seen her on one occasion. I got her to give me an appointment to see if she could do something about my lack of inspiration. It didn't work. According to her, I lacked faith. But really, I didn't think swallowing a live spider bathed in coyote brains was going to solve my problems.
Interessante isso no que você está trabalhando.
That thing you're working on is totally interesting.
This ensemble? I assure you it's not one of my best works. My inspiration hasn't been up to par lately, you know? I just don't seem to be getting any ideas.
Escuta sobre o povo Hopi que estou buscando.
Listen, about the Hopi village I'm looking for?
Yes, what is it?
Conhece algum índio descendente dos Hopi que viva na região?
Do you know any descendants of the Hopis that live around here?
No, not a one. Though, yes, wait. I remember that Rutger told me he found a Hopi Indian in the middle of the desert one day. He said it was a very old man covered with wrinkles who claimed to be the last of the Hopi chiefs. But knowing Rutger, I wouldn't be surprised if he'd hallucinated the whole scene.
É impressionante todo esse estúdio. Vejo que, além de artista, você é pouco inventor.
This workshop's impressive. I see that besides an artist, you're quite an inventor.
Yes, I like to think of myself as a modern-day Leonardo da Vinci. I combine art and science in my creations because both combined are my whole raison d'etre.
I'll let you get back to your work, Saturn. Au revoir.
Adieu.
I don't understand modern art very well, but I think he's got talent. The tank is pretty large. It must hold at least 50 gallons.
Ferramentas.
Nice set. Yes, sirree. I can't think of any tool I might need. I don't know what's inside, but it looks like it might hold gasoline. No, I don't know what it contains. It forms part of that apparatus. Maybe it's some kind of brake. Let's see how in the world this works. Whoa!
Hey, what have you done? Get your hands off my catapult.
Sorry, I didn't know what it was.
Well, the next time you don't know what something is, don't touch it. You wasted a whole unopened bucket of paint. Damn the day I decided to build that catapult.
Hey, chill out, dude. I won't touch anything else.
I hope not.
Caiu lá perto do banco, né?
That is really cool. Saturn is certainly great at do-it-yourself work. No, I think I'd better leave it facing the same direction. It looks comfy. I admit I could really use some shut-eye, but I can't sleep now. It's hanging from the hook on the crane. It's very high. I can't reach it. It's used to control the crane located on the central beam in the ceiling.
Ah, ele vai ter que jogar essa escultura lá pro banco, acho.
For now, I don't know how that would help me.
É. Primeiro ele jogou a tinta, agora ele vai lá no banco ver aonde caiu essa tinta.
This is a small town. Just one wide road lined by buildings on both sides and a couple of small side streets between them.
Então é isso. Por hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.